Hello, and welcome back to Spittin Sports with Lamar. I am Casey Lamar, and I'm coming at you from the 256. Today is college football picks, again with David Mize, so let's go ahead and get to the picks. As always on Fridays for college picks, we're back with David Mize once again. How's Friday going down there at the museum so far?
Well, it's Johnny Carson would say it's weird, wild, wacky stuff. uh, no, it's typical Friday before homecoming. Everything's kind of a little crazy right now, trying to get everything ready for all the festivities that are going on.
Yeah, been there, done that. Everybody goes crazy because it's labeled homecoming. So,
Yeah. We got two big names coming in to sign. Jake Sims, Blake Sims, and Jake Coker are our signers tomorrow. So that's we're expecting a pretty good crowd
yeah,
for
you
that.
should have a big crowd for those two alone. All right, so uh, last week you went 4-4. I went 4-4.
Wow.
So that brought you to 32-20. It brought me to 30-22. So uh, we both missed some games there. Obviously, went 500. But this week we do have 11 games on the schedule, and I'll go ahead and get right to those. The first one, this one surprised me because of the line for the game. But number 14, Florida at Vanderbilt, 11 a.m. Central Time, ESPN. Florida's a 7-point favorite in that one. They're only -7.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that too because I actually think Florida is coming on and they're coming on strong. So I could see Florida winning this game to me by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
So I know it's at Vandy, but I mean,
it's
is there
Vandy.
really is there really a home field advantage there? So yeah, I'm going with Florida on that one.
Yes, 7 really surprised me. I'm thinking more your way 14. I'm thinking probably like a. I mean, they both play pretty decent defense. I mean, Florida, they have one of the best defenses in the country right now. Vandy, they always have a decently stout defense, depending on who they're playing, but they're usually not too bad. I'm thinking like a 24-10 game, something like that, but definitely in Florida's favor. I'm with you. I think Florida gets the job done tomorrow. Game number 2, obviously, Tennessee has struggled this year, but you got Tennessee at number 21 Auburn, 11 a.m. Central Time as well. SEC Network will be the channel for that one. Auburn's 15.5, but Auburn's really struggling too.
Um, yeah, if this were at Knoxville, I might see this as being the game that Tennessee maybe starts turning things around and Auburn really goes into the dumpster for the season. But because it's at Auburn, I'm probably going to say that line's probably good and uh, go with Auburn.
Yeah, I don't think 15.5. It's 15.5. I don't think Auburn wins by that much, but I think Auburn wins. Both teams are bad. Tennessee's got no offense. Auburn's got no offense. This will probably be a low score, another 24-17, 24-10 type game. But I think Auburn wins just off the home field advantage alone. Next, the biggest SEC game of the weekend right here. You got number 2 Georgia at number 13 LSU, 2:30 p.m. on CBS. Georgia's only a 7-point favorite.
It's in Baton Rouge.
Mm.
I'm going to pull the shocker here and say that this might be the upset of the day, and I'm going to go with LSU Tigers.
See, I've been going back and forth because Georgia they've been winning and winning easily, but they haven't looked that great on offense still. At times, they still don't look very good. Their run game's good, but the quarterback they got a quarterback situation too. I think this will be where we find out a lot about Georgia. I know LSU lost, so you know they're going to be coming in ready to hit somebody
Right,
after
right.
losing last week in a close game. I mean that was a great game last weekend, but I'm agreeing with you, to be honest. I'm going LSU again. I mean, that might be a bad omen because we both picked LSU last week. But there's just something about them playing at LSU. Uh, if it was at Georgia, I'd take Georgia in a heartbeat. But I just have a feeling LSU is going to find a way to do something. I mean, defenses are going to be hitting each other. I think it's going to be another close, lower scoring game like LSU had last week. But I see them coming out on top again in a close one, much like the Auburn game, like a 3-point game or something, 1 point, something that close. But I'm taking LSU too.
If it was a night game, I wouldn't even feel that bad about it. But it being 2:30, it makes it a little wishy washy. But yeah, I gotta go with the
Yeah,
Tigers.
I'll go with LSU too. I just have a feeling that they're ready to pull out another top 10 win. Um, and the next game, the fourth game of the day, one of those West Coast games we get early tomorrow. But you got number 7 Washington at number 17 Oregon, 2:30 p.m. and it'll be on either ABC or ESPN. That'll be regional depending on where you are. Uh, Washington is the 3.5-point favorite.
You're talking about a team that just hadn't showed me much, and that's Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm still going to go with them against Oregon. But I do think it's going to be a close game. I think around 3-4 points. I mean, that's a pretty good spread there.
With it being in Eugene, inside Autzen Stadium, I'm going with the Quack Attack.
Oh.
I'm going with the Ducks. Last time they played a top 10 team at home, they should have won, and they just gave the game away against Stanford. They should have easily won that game. Instead, they gave it away. I don't think they give it away this time. I think they win by a touchdown, somewhere in there. They both can score points. That's always been the case with Pac-12 teams, Washington and Oregon included. But I like the Ducks to get the job done tomorrow. And it's weird. You get a good West Coast game at 2:30 in the middle of the day. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going Oregon. You pick the Huskies. Game 5, you got Michigan State, who just got beat by Northwestern last week, at number 8 Penn State, 2:30 on the Big Ten Network. The line surprised me on this one. Penn State's only 13.5 favorite over Michigan State.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes if that's just so people can watch. I think Penn State will win that game and win it by a lot more than 13.
I'm thinking 3 touchdowns at least. Michigan State's bad. They're struggling right now. They're just lost out there. But I'm going Penn State as well. Game 6 here I have Baylor at number 9 Texas, 2:30 on ESPN. Texas is a 14-point favorite. This line surprised me too. I know Baylor, they're 4-2. They're much improved over last year. I think they only won one game last year. But Texas, the way they looked last week, 14 points just really surprised me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Texas on this one. I don't, I think it could be even more than that. Baylor just hadn't shown me really anything.
Yeah, I'm going with the Horns as well. 14. I like the line 14, but Baylor, we saw them play Oklahoma already once this year, and they got ran out of the building. So I don't think Texas is going to run them out of the building quite as bad, but I think Texas wins. I like the 14-point line. I'm thinking 34-20, something like that. But I do like Texas to win that game. Not too hard for them to win that game, but I think they win. Game 7, they got number 22 Texas A&M at South Carolina, 2:30 p.m. SEC Network. And this is another line that surprised me. Texas A&M is only a 2.5-point favorite on the road in Columbia. My bad, South Carolina.
I see Texas A&M winning this one easily, and frankly, this may be the beginning of the end for the Muschamps era. I mean, he really hasn't done anything. Frankly, it's been a disappointment in South Carolina. So I don't know how much. South Carolina's one of those weird schools. They've never really done anything, but
people expect them to.
People expect them to. So I don't know exactly how long they'll.
I think it's that Spurrier effect.
They
had the Spurrier effect where they won 11 games 2 or 3 years in a row, and people all of a sudden.
They were like that when Holtz was there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so.
Just always, people always expect a lot more out of South Carolina than what they're going to get. Muschamp, he's been a little surprising. He won 9 games last year, which was a surprise, so people expected him to win. I mean, obviously, up that. But A&M, they've looked good, except minus the Alabama game, they've looked good regardless. I know Clemson, they had some lucky plays, but that's what it takes to beat top 10 team or top 2 teams. But Texas A&M, 10-point game. I think they get it done. 35-24, somewhere in that range. I think Texas A&M, they do get the job done and improve to 5-2. Now this one's very surprising to me. The next game, Game 8, you got number 6 West Virginia at Iowa State, 6 p.m. on Fox Sports 1, and it's only 6.5 for West Virginia, which I'm scratching my head. Like, how is
Yeah.
it only 6.5 for West
Yeah.
Virginia? I guess
I
because it's a
don't.
road game, but
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Yeah, that's another runaway with West Virginia.
I'm thinking 3 touchdowns. The only reason I listed it is because it's 6.5. So I was trying to find out why they were
Right.
listing that
Right.
game. I get Iowa State beat ranked Oklahoma State, but Oklahoma State got ran out of their building by Texas Tech once already this year. I guess because it's a road game, but West Virginia they should win by 3 touchdowns. I really think, like I said before, I have put West Virginia winning the Big 12. Of course, they got to get by Texas and Oklahoma, but I think West Virginia is a 3 touchdown winner in that one, easy. Um, Game 9, this one surprised me too. I guess because Miami struggled at times. But you got number 16 Miami at Virginia, 6 p.m. on ESPN2. Miami, another questionable line. It's only 6.5 Miami on the road at Virginia.
Yeah, I guess they were kind of like the rest of us. What Miami team is going to show up, but uh, I still think that it don't matter which one it shows up, they're gonna take care of Virginia handily.
Yeah, I think they win by 10 at least. West Virginia has shown not West Virginia. Virginia has shown flashes of being they could be a decent team this year, but Miami, you saw what they did last week. They were just absolutely getting ran out of the building, and then it's all of a sudden they're up by 1 point and win the game. So Miami, yeah, I'm taking Miami too in that football game. Another game, this is probably the second best game behind Georgia LSU this weekend. Game 10 on the list here. You got number 15 Wisconsin at number 12 Michigan, 6:30 p.m. ABC. Michigan is a 9.5-point favorite.
And I'm a little surprised that the line on this isn't a little closer.
Yeah.
To me, this is one of those games that it all comes down to who's at home, and because they're both kind of evenly matched. So I'm gonna go with Michigan on this just because they're at home.
Yeah. The home factor, especially in the big house, plays a big role. Michigan, that Notre Dame loss is a very good loss to have now if you're going to lose one. Wisconsin, they lost to BYU, but I think Wisconsin's on a mission to get to the Big Ten championship game, and I'm going with the Badgers to pull out a close one. I'm saying a 3-point game. I just like what that running back from Wisconsin does, Taylor. I just think they find a way to win. Michigan, they're playing very very good football right now, but I think Wisconsin, that they're on a mission to prove that they deserve to be back in the talk, to be in the top 4 or make a playoff run. They were my pick to win the Big Ten this year, so I'm going Badgers. I just think they put BYU behind them, and they're trying to make a statement now, and I think they go to the big house and do that tomorrow night. And then the last game here, these are your favorite kind of West Coast games. Yours specifically, you got number 19 Colorado at USC at 9:30 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. USC's a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, I hate a Sunday morning game because that's when I know who's going to win or who won is Sunday morning because I'm not staying up to watch. But no, I think USC will pull this one out because it's there, and at Colorado, I don't know if they really show me anything. We're getting in that point of the season where that last part of the top 25, you kind of go, are we just trying to find teams just because we have to fill out 25?
Yeah. Colorado, they're 5-0. They're a quiet 5-0 for a reason. They haven't played much anybody, but they got one of the best receivers in the country. He's making a lot of plays. I know they haven't played a lot of people, but he makes a lot of plays. And USC, I still think they're trying to figure out what they're doing there this year. Right. I'm gonna go with Colorado. I'm gonna go with the Buffs there. I like Colorado to win that game. I might stay up and watch that one. Who knows? Just because it's football, but yeah, we got a full slate tomorrow.
Well, we're definitely not going to have matching records next week. It doesn't look like.
No, well, we disagreed on some games last week, but you lost some, I lost some, so
yeah.
But I think I'm coming out on top next week.
Okay.
When we're back here next week talking.
All right. Well, good deal. Good deal.
But anyway, that does do it for all the games. Like I've said in the past, go ahead and let us know what you're looking for out of the games this weekend. Not necessarily your picks, but what you're looking for, what games you want to watch, who you want to see play. Those kind of things. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Ooh, watch my microphone. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Share the content and subscribe to the channel. But this has been Spittin' Sports with Lamar. I am Casey Lamar. That's David Mize, and we look forward to talking to you guys next week.
All right, roll tide.